So how things going?
He's been doing way better in school.
That's a good thing. That's what we need.
Right.
Just keep in mind I'm here as much as you need me.
You haven't been up until recently. Now all of a sudden you're trying to go for full custody? Kirk is a raggedy ass. Like, you get 1 week in a month and you can't even do that. He just doesn't want to do what he's supposed to do.
By the way, I talked to Rod too.
What?
Is that a problem?
Wait a minute. Y'all talk so much about each other and now all of a sudden y'all want to link up?
What is wrong with us talking? You've asked me to pick up Kannon from Rod's house before.
You and him are both weird, I swear to God. Like, what? Y'all both talk about each other for years. And now all of a sudden y'all want to kumbaya and have a conversation behind my back? Me and Rod have this relationship, like me and him is like this. That's still my ace. For him to be talking to Kirk behind my back is crazy. Why didn't anybody think to let me know about anything? I just can't with that. We can just end it right here. Because, I mean, we can agree to disagree.
Well, at least I know that I got Rod now.
No, the you don't.
Because if Rod got control of you, that means I got control.
See? You and your pimp.
No, he's the pimp.
You not know better than him.
Kirk filing for full custody. And since Jazz no longer wants to talk to Kirk or Rashida outside of court, I decided I need to step in. I asked Kirk to meet me because we need to settle this man to man. I mean, Kirk, you've been going toe to toe with Jazz. You need to realize this, bro. Nobody's getting the Kannon unless they come through me.
Slow down my motion. It's ready. You cannot control this. I'm pulling up to see what Rod got to talk about. I know he's Team Jasmine, so I'm a little skeptical. How are you? Honestly, it's not much he can say to make me change my mind about the full custody, but I'm going to hear him out. Life is rough out here, bro. Life is rough.
Glad you came, bro.
Definitely appreciate you, doing the stuff you do. Kanon's been around you since you've been born. I'm sure you're aware of all the issues.
It's been rough on everybody, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I wanted to sit down with you and have a real conversation, father to father. Because she mentions to me this whole custody thing, and now Kirk wants full custody, and of course I lost it when I first heard it. Yeah. What are you, come on, that's crazy.
First of all, we're in court, not for me, we're in court because of her. I'm not saying she's a bad parent, because she's not. I do think she has to go through a lot in order to maintain that one little boy and do things as a mother.
I mean, is this dude really trying to come at Jazz? It's a little ironic coming from a man who does the bare minimum. I mean, your own son doesn't identify you as his dad. For the past 8 years, it's kind of just been her. You know what I'm saying? Now, we've all contributed. I'm just saying, nobody's in her situation.
Is it about money, or is it about me taking care of my child? I'm almost 204,000 or 5,000 in on this kid, right? What she says is I don't do enough, but I've always taken care of Kannon. I've always paid all my child support. I've always paid anything you need. Your car broke, you need $4,300, here you go. I need to pay for a rented car, here you go.
Yeah, she totally tells me it's bare minimum.
Just in my cash out alone.
I get that you're paying,
that's just in Cash App. You can read what they're for. You can read the dates. You can read down to birthday money. You can scroll as long as you want. Again, I did not bring us here in front of the court. So this is her doing.
I came here today to defend you, Jasmine. And the whole time, you've been lying to me. I look like an idiot. I mean, I still want to try to find some middle ground between her and Kirk, but I'm not happy about this right now. I don't know the intricate details. I'm not privy to those conversations. I just don't understand, why it's full custody all of a sudden.
No matter what, when we look back, this is my child. I don't want my child to question me on, Dad, why didn't you make sure I was good in life? My focus is Kannon, his future, schooling, living, and life. That's it. And I respect Rod for trying to help mediate, but it's not gonna all be fixed in one night. Let's continue to build, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll get there,
Yeah.
All right? Appreciate you taking your time out.
Kirk and Jasmine's drama had gotten out of control. After months of tension between him and Jasmine, what had initially appeared to be a private disagreement between two people swiftly turned into something much more public and tense. The turning point was when Kirk made the decision to apply for custody of their child, Kannon. He didn't make this decision lightly, but he believed it was the best course of action for his son's welfare. And now the custody battle was set to take place on a much larger stage than either of them could have imagined. When the paperwork was served, Jasmine was devastated because she had thought that she and Kirk could reach a mutual understanding regarding their shared parental responsibilities. This was more than just a legal proceeding. It felt like a personal attack, and her anger started to surge. Things quickly took a drastic turn on the day of Kirk's court filing, and Jasmine was overcome with emotion. Was overcome by a mixture of hurt, betrayal, and frustration. To process everything, she went public. Their fallout had always been a part of their tension, but now it was almost inevitable. Their paths crossed again that fateful day as Kirk was leaving a public event. Jasmine had been following the news of his court filing all day, her emotions running high, and when she saw him in the crowd, something inside her snapped. Without hesitation, she went to him, her heart. The altercation unfolded almost too fast for anyone to really comprehend what was happening, and Jasmine's mind was racing. She went up to Kirk, her face flushed with rage, and hurled herself at him in front of a crowd of witnesses. The encounter's physicality caught everyone off guard. Jasmine's movements were quick, and in a single unfiltered moment, the emotion she had been holding inside for the past few months erupted. The crowd halted, unsure of how to respond, as Jasmine shoved Kirk in a public show of frustration and an act of desperation. Wrath was more than simply an eruption of anger. It was a means for her to retake some control over a situation that had gotten out of hand. Jasmine's world was collapsing, and she felt helpless at the time. She perceived Kirk's actions as the last straw that would destroy her already eroding sense of security. Kirk staggered, startled by the unexpected assault, but he soon recovered his calm. While several bystanders whispered and recorded the event on their phones, the situation played out like a chaotic snapshot of a long-stretched, intense relationship. However, and though Kirk had experienced public drama before, this was unique. Security broke up the altercation as soon as it started, separating the two, and the audience started to disperse. This wasn't simply a headline. It was a genuine human event involving a disagreement between two people caught in the crossfire of love, hurt, and responsibility. After the tumultuous altercation, Jasmine walked off, her face flushed with passion, leaving Kirk standing. His thoughts were a muddle, the custody battle weighing heavily on him, but this public outburst adding another level of intricacy to the circumstance. The media swiftly became aware of the incident, and the story soon gained traction. It was no longer just about a court ruling. It was also about Pride's feelings and the repercussions of voicing private issues in such a public manner. The story of Jasmine's outburst was now included in their custody dispute, and some people criticized her behavior. Although others understood the anguish she was obviously experiencing for Kirk, the public display simply served to exacerbate the already challenging circumstances. A private matter was now made public in the weeks that followed. Despite the media frenzy, Kirk and Jasmine managed to manage their complex relationship while the world watched them closely. However, behind the headlines, it was a tale of two parents attempting to act in their child's best interests, although it was far more complex than anyone could completely comprehend.